In the previous section, we have discussed any radix to decimal conversion. Now we will discuss the reverse operation, that is decimal to any radix conversion, which includes decimal to binary conversion, decimal to octal conversion, decimal to hexadecimal conversion. Before starting the numerical, we will learn how to find the remainder, which will help to find the answer in decimal to any radix conversion. So make a note. To find the remainder, let us assume we are performing division, that is a by r, where a is dividend and r is divisor, and assume that the result is x dot y, where y is the fractional part and x is the integer part. Therefore the remainder r will be equal to y, which is fractional part, multiplied by r, where r is called as radix, and assume that the result is z, that z will be equal to the remainder. So I will repeat one more time. To find the remainder here, perform division a by r, where r is the radix, where a is called as a dividend, r is called as a divisor. Assume that the result we got is x dot y, where x is the integer part and y is the fractional part. Therefore r will be equal to this y multiplied by r, which is equal to, assume that it is z, which will give the remainder, and this will help you to find the result in all these three type of conversion. Now assume that if this fractional part, that is y, becomes 0, if the fractional part becomes 0, then the remainder will be equal to 0. Now we will start from decimal to binary conversion. Here the base is 10, here the base is 2. Let us consider a decimal number 37 to the base of 10 equal to question mark to the base of 2. It means here they have given the decimal number, I have to convert this decimal number into binary. But remember, here the procedure is different for integer part and a fractional part. It means we have to perform separate conversion for integer part and separate conversion for fractional part. In this numerical they have given only the integer part here. For integer part, take this decimal number 37, perform division by 2. So what is 37 divided by 2 here? So as I have said here, perform a by r. Okay, 37 divided by 2 will be, the resultant will be 18.5, where this 0.5 will be the fractional part and this 18 will be the integer part. So take this 18 over here. Now we have to find the remainder here. How to find the remainder here? So take this fractional part y, that is 0.5, multiply by r, that is multiply by 2, because here the base is 2. The 0.5 into 2, the result will be 1. It means the remainder here it is 1. Again perform divided by 2, that is 18 by 2 will be equal to 9.0. So as I have said, if the fractional part becomes 0, the remainder will be 0. So take this 9 integer part here, the remainder is 0. Again perform divided by 2, 9 by 2, which will be equal to 4.5. So take this 4 over here. How to find the remainder? Again 0.5 multiplied by 2 is 1, the remainder is 1. Again perform divided by 2, the remainder is 0. Again perform divided by 2, 2 into 1 is 2, the remainder is 0. Now stop the division here, because this 1 is less than the base. This is the final result. Now how to read this number means, For integer part, we have to read from bottom to top. This is bottom and this is top. Therefore, 37 in decimal can be written as, start from here, this 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 to the base of 2. This is the final result. And remember, this remainders is forming the result here, and here we have to convert decimal to binary. Always you will be getting this remainder in terms of 1 and 0, because you have to convert decimal to binary conversion, because the result should be in the form of binary. Because of that reason, we will be getting the remainders in terms of 0 and 1. Now we will consider the next numerical. Let us consider 24.6 to the base of 10 equal to question mark to the base of 2. It means I have to convert this decimal number to binary form, which consists of both integer part and a fractional part. So here we are having a separate procedure for integer part and separate procedure for fractional part. Because of that reason, we have to perform separate conversion for integer part and separate conversion for fractional part. Let us consider only integer part. 24, if I divide by 2, so why to divide by 2? Because here the base is 2. If I divide by 2, the result is 12 and the remainder is 0, because 24 divided by 2 will be equal to 12.0. So as I said, if the fractional part is 0, the remainder will be 0. Again divided by 2, again the remainder is 0. Again divided by 2, the result is 3 and the remainder is 0. Now if I again divide by 2, that is 3 by 2 equal to 1.5. So take this integer part over here. So this 0.5 multiplied by 2 equal to 1. This will be the remainder now. So now the result will be 24 to the base of 10. So as I said, read from bottom to top for integer part, which is equal to 1 1 0 0 0 to the base of 2. Now for fractional part, the fractional part is 0.6. Just multiply by 2. Here go on dividing by 2 for integer part. Next go on multiplying by 2 for fractional part. So what is 0.6 multiplied by 2? That is 1.2. This 1.2 can be written as 0.2 with a carry of 1. So this 0.2 is this one and this carry is this one. So again take this 0.2 multiply by 2 equal to 0.4. This 0.4 can be written as again 0.4 with a carry of 0. Why here the carry as 0? Because here it is 0. Next again take this 0.4 multiply by 2 equal to 0.8. This 0.8 can be written as 0.8 with a carry of 0. Again take this 0.8 multiply by 2 equal to 1.6. 1.6 can be written as 0.6 with a carry of 1. So perform some 4 to 5 steps. That is sufficient. Now the result will be this 0.6. This 0.6 in decimal can be written as, so we have to read from top to bottom here. This is top and this is bottom. For integer part we have to read from bottom to top, and for fractional part we have to read from top to bottom. That is 0.1001 1001 to the base of 2. The combined answer will be 24.6 to the base of 10 equal to, the answer for 24 is this one, 11000 to the base of 24.6 to the base of 10 equal to 11000. For 0.6 the result is 1001 to the base of 2. This is the final answer for 24.6, which is in decimal. Next, we will consider a numerical with only fractional part. Say for example, we will consider 0.8125 to the base of 10 equal to question mark to the base of 2. Now I have to convert this decimal number into binary form. Since here the integer part is 0, so this method will not be there. So we have to perform only for fractional part. So for fractional part, that is 0.8125. So as I said, just multiply by 2, that is multiply by r, multiply by 2 equal to 1.625. This 1.625 can be written as 0.625 with a carry of 1. Again take this 0.625 multiply by 2 results in 1.25. This 1.25 can be written as 0.25 with a carry of 0. Again take this 0.25 multiply by 2, the result is 0.5. This 0.5 can be written as 0.5 with a carry of 0. Again take this 0.5 multiply by 2, it is 1.0. This 1.0 can be written as 0.0 with a carry of 1. So therefore the result is, that is from top to bottom, so 0.8125 to the base of 10 can be written as 0.1001 to the base of 2. And this is the procedure to convert decimal to binary. So remember, divided by 2 for integer part, multiply by 2 for fractional part. Next find the remainders. In case of integer part, the remainder we have to read from bottom to top, and for fractional part we have to read the remainder from top to bottom. That's it.